As I mentioned a moment ago, 4 years ago, we began a tradition of selecting a graduating student to deliver the keynote address at spring commencement. I am delighted to introduce this year's senior keynote speaker, Nathaniel R. Graves. Nathan came to UE from Rensselaer, Indiana. He graduates today with a Bachelor of Sciences in Special Education and Elementary Education, and will be attending Vanderbilt University in the fall to pursue a Master's in Higher Education Administration. During his time at UE, Nathan has been actively involved in many campus and community organizations. He provided guidance to incoming students as both an admissions ambassador and orientation leader, and facilitated diversity discussions as part of the anti-bias team through the Office of Diversity Initiatives. Nathan also held a number of leadership roles in his fraternity, Phi Gamma Delta. Now I'd like to invite Nathan Graves to the podium. Nathan?
A lease. A lease is often a word associated with items such as a piece of land or a car. Webster's dictionary defines it as an agreement that allows someone to use something for a period of time in return for payment. When I look back at my time here at the University of Evansville, perhaps the best way to describe it is as a lease. Today is a celebration of completing the lease we signed to ourselves. I hope you cherish this moment, your college graduation day, for the rest of your life. It was a few years ago that we made an agreement to come here to better ourselves for nothing more than a small fee. Well, maybe a little bit more than a small fee. If you are anything like me, you are nervous to be making this transition in your life. Coming to college meant you had to leave behind many of your friends, the routines you were used to, and follow your passion. Freshman move-in day came after what seemed to be the fastest summer of my life. After lofting my bed and getting all of my belongings put into their place, I said goodbye to my parents. As they drove off, I thought, here we go. It's just me this time. Well, that thought could not have been any more wrong. It was not just me this time. I quickly found out that this campus was full of inspiring individuals who would be there to share every moment with me. It was a small school feel that brought me to this institution, but it's this campus community that makes leaving today so hard. I never imagined that my lease would lend itself to some of the opportunities that every person seated with a cap and gown on today may relate to. It's amazing that in just a few short weeks or even days, the person down the hall became your best friend. Perhaps you had the opportunity to live in a giant English manor house while traveling all over Europe with America's #1 ranked study abroad program. Many of your majors allowed you to have practicums or internships, not just in this community, but across the country and around the world. Weeknights were spent in Ridgeway University Center studying until the night guard came around to kick you out. You now know that those late night runs to Walmart or sitting in your room talking with friends were worth the hours of sleep you gave up. Your athletic ability seemed to be non-existent by senior year, but thankfully intramural sports had a C League. You're not sure how you survived that spring break on the beach or how you didn't break a bone on that ski trip, but hey, you're here. You've enjoyed the shows in Shanklin Theater, and unfortunately, will probably never see quality theater like that for free again in your life. It is hard to explain why a club, organization, or team you are a part of means so much to you, because the only people who can truly understand are those members you are fortunate enough to share the memories with. Each of these examples is a reminder that choosing UE was the right decision and explains how these years seem to pass so quickly. Maybe you can relate to some of these items, but maybe your time here was spent a little differently. You see, that's the beautiful thing about UE. Your journey was yours, and that is why it was unique. We all come from different walks of life, and it takes each and every one of our backgrounds to make this campus the community that we call home. One of my favorite quotes from author Lois Lowry is, "Memories last forever." We cannot take with us the moments or the people that made UE special, but we can always take the memories. Now, we all have a variety of responses to the question about where we go from here. Many of us know precisely where our next lease in life will be. Whether we sign on the dotted lines for an internship, a full-time job, graduate school, or just try to enjoy the 6-month grace period before student loan payments begin, we leave here with a variety of skills that we can take with us to be successful in whatever we choose to do. The biggest takeaways are often not the lessons taught from a textbook, but what we learned outside the classroom. Know that as we go through life, our purpose in it might just change. It is not those moments that challenge us that we are defined by, but the way that you react to them that truly show the character you possess. When I put all of this together, I am left with these thoughts. Sometimes in life, we are given an opportunity that will result in something we could have never imagined. Sometimes in life, we meet people who leave us a much better person than who we were when we met. And for some of us, it takes until the very end for us to realize the gift we have been given. Remember to dream big, follow your passion, and never let others define who you are. The last 4 years have been an amazing journey, but it's time that we move on and sign a new lease in life. Letting go is one of the hardest things an individual can do, but know that our home here at the University of Evansville will be waiting for our return. As you load the boxes full of memories from everything you've experienced here, I hope that you reflect on all the great times you had, and remember to thank those who supported you through this journey. To my family, my friends, my classmates, and my professors, thank you for sharing a piece of who you are. I know that I am a better person because of the investment you have made in me. Congratulations, class of 2015, and God bless.